Hi everyone, it's Terry with Balanced Health and You with this week's Healthy Living Tip. And today I wanted to talk with you about some protein sources that you can get through plant foods. And this is a question that I'm often asked as people go onto a whole foods diet and they start realizing that maybe they shouldn't be eating as much red meat as they have been doing in the past. And so the question often pops up, well, where do I get my protein? If I'm not eating meat for every meal every day, then how can I get a good source of protein? So I wanted to cover that with you today so that you will know that there are some ways to get your protein without necessarily having to eat red meat every day or just not even eating meat every day if you choose to not do that. I mean, you've heard of the meatless Mondays. And so if you're going to have a meatless Monday, well, then how am I going to get my protein that's sufficient for my body if I'm not eating the meat? And so the truth is there's a lot of plant-based food out there that are just wonderful sources of protein that you can incorporate into your daily meal planning. And I wanted just to give you 5 of them today for you to consider and maybe I'll begin using in your daily meal planning. The first one that I want to talk about is quinoa, and it is a seed. It's not a grain, but it is a wonderful powerhouse of nutrients as well as protein. And so if you, a serving would be a half of a cup, and a half a cup of quinoa is going to give you 4 grams of protein in that serving. And so it's a great option to use. We use quinoa in lieu of white rice now. I never eat rice anymore. We just use quinoa instead, and it's so versatile because you can use it in a breakfast dish as well as a dinner dish. So if you haven't tried quinoa, I definitely encourage you to do that. The other, another plant-based protein powerhouse is goji berries. And with this one, you're going to get 6 grams of protein for every half a cup. And goji berries, you can add that to your morning cereal. You can add it to your salads. So this is something that you could eat all 3 meals if you so desired. So if you haven't tried goji berries, you can get them dried or you can get them like a raisin type, the freeze-dried type thing. So you can even get goji berry powder, which I have used, and you can put that into, if you're doing shakes or anything, you can put some goji berry powder in your shakes. So if you haven't tried goji berries, then I encourage you to try that too. Chia seeds is another wonderful powerhouse food. I mean, it's just full of everything. And so if that has not become a staple in your pantry, I truly encourage you to make it a staple. And a half a cup of chia seeds is going to give you 10 grams of protein. So if you've been on Pinterest for a while, you've probably seen chia seed pudding and things like that. And so it's very versatile. It's not real sure how to describe it. It's a little tiny seed, but when it's mixed with a liquid, it swells up and it has like a gel type. It's encapsulated basically in a gel, and so you really don't want to swallow a spoonful of chia seeds because they're going to swell up. So you need to let them swell up before you eat them. But you can put chia seeds in your breakfast cereal. You can put it on your salad. I've got to where I've got my 20-ounce water bottle, so I'll put a spoonful of chia seeds in with my lemon water and shake it up and then drink on it throughout the day. And so I'm getting not only the benefit of the water and of the lemon, but I'm also getting the benefit of the chia seed. I put a tablespoon of chia seed every morning in my breakfast cereal, regardless of what type of cereal I'm having. I'll put it in there, and there again, I have upped my protein level based on whatever the meal is I'm having for the morning. Another great source of plant-based protein is your nut butters. And so depending on what nut butter of choice that you have, I love almond butter. I use cashew butter all the time. you've got sunflower nut butter, and of course you've got peanut butter. So all great sources of protein there, and you're going to get about 30 grams of protein to a half a cup of your nut butter. And so when you are looking to, make a sauce or anything out of your nut butters, make your nut milk, I'll put a tablespoon of almond nut butter in a particular overnight oats recipe that I use. And so that just, again, ups the protein value of that meal. And, I haven't had to have any meat. Black beans are the other wonderful protein-based plant food. Black beans actually carry the largest amount of protein for a bean. And so again, that should be a good staple in your pantry is black beans. They, we make power bowls a lot. So we've got the quinoa as our base for our power bowls, and we'll put a half a cup of black beans in with that power bowl along with some avocado and other things, vegetables. And so between getting the 4 grams of protein of the quinoa and getting the 7 grams of protein for the half a cup of black beans, then, I've got 11 grams of protein there just in that one dish, those 2 items. So that's not counting the other items that I would possibly add to that power bowl. So these 5 plant-based sources of proteins are all really good to add to your pantry, add to your daily meal planning. You've got your quinoa, you've got your goji berries, you've got your nut butters, your chia seeds, and your black beans. So pick one of those 5s and add that to your meal planning this week, and then just let me know in the comment section below which one you chose, or maybe you already used some of them, and share with us how you use them, because we're always looking for new ideas for our recipes, for our meal planning for ourselves and our family. So just wanted to share with you how you can get your protein, because with your meats, if you want to do a comparison, for beef, about 4 ounces of beef is a serving, typically a serving, and you're going to get 22 grams of protein with that serving of beef. Or 3 to 4 ounces of chicken, you're going to get about 25 grams of protein in that serving. So that just gives you a little bit of comparison of the meat versus the plant. Of course, you're not going to get even for even in that, but again, what the other food items that you're adding to your plate will normally increase your protein value. So just, think about that, especially for those who have stopped eating meat every day or eating less and less meat throughout the week, that you can get your protein in a very nutritious way that still benefits your body as we get on this healthy journey of getting ourselves healthier day by day. So let me know what you think, how you use those plant-based sources of protein, and I will see you right back here next week.